Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're gonna talk about XRP, but I gotta start with this first. It's Super Bowl Sunday and Elon Musk is spending $40 million in Super Bowl advertising to expose the USAID corruption to the entire world. Now, I think this could possibly be just a rumor, but later on today, we are about to find out. I would love to see those ads during the Super Bowl. Every single tax-paying American should know where all their tax dollars are going. And USAID was full of corruption. Ban exchanged. XRP Ledger app hits 1,000 plus downloads in just 24 hours. The Ban Exchange app is now live on Android. It is coming to Apple very soon, achieving a major milestone on the XRP Ledger. With a $437.8 billion market potential, it's poised to revolutionize both institutional and retail crypto transactions. This cutting-edge platform enables seamless buying and trading of XRP Ledger tokens, including XRP, with both crypto and fiat. I like the idea of this. If there's an easier way for people to buy XRP, I'm all for it. And I think a lot of other people are going to be downloading this app very soon. Once alt season begins, you're going to have people jumping on the XRP train one after another because they're going to have it because of FOMO, the fear of missing out. You're going to have buyers at different price points as the price continues to rise. But like I said, I'm all for another way for people to buy XRP. Breaking, fiat leak is completely glitching. The price of XRP is currently $691,667. But that's not what happened. This is trading, not just a glitch on fiat leak. And you see XRP outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum. You know, a lot of people keep saying XRP is going to lead us into alt season, not Ethereum. You know, usually when we're this close to alt season, there's a lot of hype around Ethereum. But I'm not seeing the hype. The only one really talking about it is BlackRock right now. More people are talking about XRP. They see XRP as an investment that's going to give a lot of gains. There's not going to be a lot of gains in Ethereum for most people. But let's see where this goes from here. But it's nice to see XRP trading outperforming both Bitcoin and Ethereum. It's just a matter of time until we take the number 2 spot and then go on to take the number 1 spot away from Bitcoin. I still think in this run, XRP can flip Bitcoin's market cap. This comes from Vet. Over $80 million in TVL on the XRP Ledger DEX, driven by users in the XRP community. However, education is key, and knowing the basics of XRP Ledger DeFi can help you in your DeFi journey. Here's a great way to learn about XRP Ledger DeFi and other topics in short courses. Learn.xrpl.org. It looks like this right here. And you could see blockchain and crypto basics, intro to the XRP Ledger, deep dive into XRP Ledger DeFi, blockchain for business, code with the XRP Ledger, and JavaScript, build with the XRP Ledger, and so on. These courses everybody should take. This way you could understand why the XRP Ledger is a great place to not only build a project on, but ways that you can also earn from your crypto. Right now, there are no ways to earn off of your XRP without at least a little bit of risk. Breaking: major exchange uphold creates ranking top made in America tokens. XRP comes first. It's the #1 digital asset made in the United States by market cap. Some of you asked me to put up the list of USA made cryptocurrencies. I think there is a few others, but this is the top 10 coming from Uphold. And you see XRP is #1, followed by Solana, Doge, 88, Chainlink, AVAX, SUI, XLM, HBAR, and Litecoin. I would invest only in USA made cryptocurrencies if I was new to crypto. But I know XDC is a great cryptocurrency. QNT is another one. I also like Algo and IOTA. I like the cryptocurrencies that are ISO compliant and that are going to be part of the new financial system. Hugo Filion, $134 billion of XRP will soon be able to get yield on Flare through FXRP and also native XRP staking. These are those F assets that we've been hearing about for a long time now. And I even said we won't see risk-free earning on our crypto until the banks like JP Morgan or Citi open up passive income options. This is why I'm so eager to see institutional adoption happen, because the institutions are going to give you risk-free ways to earn from your crypto. And Nick Blackwood said, exactly, no one is going to risk their bags until laws, regulation, and clarity are released. Then we'll release our pools of liquidity. And that also is a great way to think about it. You want to have regulations in place because right now everything comes with a risk in crypto. Once regulations are in place and you get that institutional adoption, the risk is going to be gone and you will be able to earn your passive income through staking, through loaning out your XRP, through borrowing against your XRP and paying it off with passive income from your XRP. There's going to be so many options in the future. We're just not quite there yet. The crypto industry is about to hit 11 million coins. And you see, we're now hit 11 million plus. But there's even more coins than that out there. And I said, thinking we are going to have 11 million winners in this space is ludicrous. We have maybe a few hundred after regulations. 99% of these cryptocurrencies are going to disappear. We're only going to be left with a handful of winning cryptocurrencies. That's why it's so important to understand why you invest in utility and use case. If your cryptocurrency solves a real world problem, it is going to be here once regulations come. XRP is one of the most regulated cryptocurrencies right now because we already know it's not a security. And Ripple, they're fully transparent. They want to do everything in a regulated way going forward. They just fought a battle with the SEC for the past 4 years, and that case is still not over. But XRP is in the clear. Ripple CEO Brad Garlinghouse featured in yesterday's New York Post with President Trump. And you see, everyone and their mother is begging to be on this council. And I said, I don't think Brad Garlinghouse is begging to be on the council. He already knows where Ripple and XRP stands when it comes to the US government. And ironically, Brad liked that post that I made. So he knows where XRP stands when it comes to the US government. But that council, that's going to be very big going forward because the US, a lot of politicians in Washington, even though that they're pro crypto, they might not fully understand everything there is to know about crypto. So maybe you have Brad and a few others steering these politicians in the right direction. And of course, Brad is most likely going to be on this council because Ripple is a US company. Ripple has been meeting with Trump multiple times in the past and in the present. It was only just a few short weeks ago they were having dinner with Donald Trump. This comes from living the dream. The biggest financial shift in history is happening. Banks obsolete, middlemen gone. Everything is moving on chain. These 7 powerhouses are building the new financial system. XRP, liquidity and cross-border payments. XDC, trade finance and tokenization. Algo, DeFi, CBDCs and smart contracts. XLM, retail payments and remittances. ADA, decentralized governance and smart contracts. IOTA, Internet of Things, supply chain, and zero-fee transactions. For IOTA, I'd also add in Industry 4.0. QNT, interoperability across all blockchains. The one that they left out is a big one, HBAR. HBAR is a very well-rounded cryptocurrency. It's even tying in more and more with AI right now. Hedera and Ripple are working together on a few different things, but it's all coming together perfectly. These are the cryptocurrencies you want to be invested in when the new financial system goes live. When we transition from the current financial system into the digital system, these are the cryptocurrencies you're going to want to have in your portfolio. Every one of them have the ability to give you financial freedom. But I always tell you, you have to have a game plan when you get into crypto. Leave your emotions at the door and have a game plan. If you want to sell your crypto, make sure you're going to reinvest that money. Because if you're going to sell and you're going to go out and buy a Lambo or go and buy a mansion, guess what? You're going to be back here chasing the next big thing. My plan is this. I think I'm going to be able to borrow against my XRP or my XLM and pay it back with passive income that I might be getting off of XDC or Algo. That's the way I look at it. And never having to sell my crypto. Because once you sell, you're always coming back to this space. I don't care who you are coming back to this space. Because once you're a crypto investor, it's in your blood. It's part of you. You know, I love talking about crypto and I love investing in crypto because I see it as the future, a once in a lifetime opportunity to get generational wealth. And, you know, when you talk about it and you have that passion for it and you see how it's going to revolutionize the entire payment system, it's so astonishing. It's like you want others to see what you see. That's what's great about crypto. And I know all of you talk to your friends, your family members, friends at work, co-workers. You're telling them, listen, if you want to break away from your 9 to 5, you got to get invested into XRP. You got to buy now while the price is still cheap. You don't want to wait much longer because once XRP breaks out, that's it. It's going to price most people out very quick. You know, there was a time where people never thought that Bitcoin would reach $1,000. Yet here it is, above $90,000. Think of it like that. And right away, people would say, well, XRP will never hit those price points based on market cap in previous cycles. But market cap does not matter in crypto. Utility matters. Utility is going to be the biggest game changer in this space. It's going to change the 4-year cycle forever. It will most likely end the 4-year cycle. But until it all happens, you got to stay patient, stay positive, and we will get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.